Hi, today I'll show you how to safely scale your cold email outreach. How many emails should you start from? How many emails can you send daily? What should you do even before you start sending? We'll try to answer these questions today. When starting with cold emails, many of us think about writing a good copy and building a quality prospect list. As soon as we've got that covered, we're eager to start sending messages as quickly as possible. We just can't wait to see the replies coming in. But before you hit that send button, you should know that there are some other things you should take care of. Things that can ruin all of your outreach if you ignore them. Things that can ruin not only your current campaign, but future ones as well. I'm talking about technical measures implemented by all email service providers that, if you cross certain lines, can severely limit the one email metric that controls all the others: deliverability rate. Deliverability is something that is very often overlooked because it is taken for granted, basically. You sent an email, so that means that the recipient got it, right? It can't just disappear into thin air, can it? Well, in fact, it can. I don't mean literally disappear, of course, but it's important to remember that there are some other places that an email can land in besides your primary target, your recipient's main inboxes. You already know about the spam folder, but most major email service providers also have promotions or offers tabs where they direct messages of a commercial nature or emails with sender origins that are known to be spammy. And if you miss to follow certain rules, your emails may never get delivered anywhere, really. They may get stopped by your own email service provider. In other words, they won't even be sent out. It may not seem like it, because occasionally an unwanted message lands in everyone's inbox, but email service providers are extremely good at blocking the massive amount of unsolicited commercial messages sent through their networks. Let's face it, there's tons of crappy emails sent every day all over the world. And because no one likes getting those, email providers try to protect us, as recipients, from getting them. As an email sender, you don't want to appear as a spammer or a scammer. You don't want to mess with the anti-spam systems. But if you're eager to send too many emails right away, the email provider systems may identify you as one of the bad guys. So here's how to avoid that. If you send one-to-one messages, don't use systems for broadcasting one-to-many marketing messages, like newsletters, for example. If you want to get right in front of your recipient's eyes, aim at the primary tab of the inbox, where they get messages from their friends, coworkers, and business partners. So use tools which send from your own email server, like Woodpecker, for example. The Woodpecker sending algorithm mimics human sending flow. It means that it sends your messages just like you would do this yourself, using your own Gmail. It also takes into account the factors that can influence the deliverability of emails and works to keep you out of trouble. This means that you get the right type of attention from your email service providers, who notice that you're playing by their rules. And their reward for that, of course, is seeing your emails land safely in your recipient's main inboxes. Even with tools like Woodpecker, though, you can set up your sending frequency parameters too high, too soon. We often see people setting up a separate email address for cold outreach and wanting to start off right away with 500 emails per day. That's not a good idea. And here's why. Your email provider will see this kind of behavior as suspicious, because sending huge amounts of emails right after setting up a new account may mean that this account was set up just to spread out spam. So instead of doing that, start slow. A new email address needs to build a good reputation first. You need to show Google or any other email provider that you're not a bad person trying to flood people's mailboxes with tons of messages from day one. Instead, you want to start meaningful relations via email. This means that, first of all, you send a reasonable number of emails a day, and people actually want to interact with those messages. That's what we call email warm-up. The warm-up process allows you to build that good sender reputation. It's basically sending just a few emails regularly, every day, to email addresses hosted by various email providers and getting engagement on the other side. You can do that manually by sending some messages to your friends and family for at least a couple of weeks, or you can use different tools to automate this process. Woodpecker offers this as a feature to all users. You can choose between different options if your email address is on a well-established domain or a very young domain, and also maybe if you need some domain recovery. This is all available in Woodpecker Warmup and Recovery. Skip that part and your sender reputation can get seriously injured. You can't go from 0 to 100% straight away. Moving gradually at first enables you to move almost as fast as you want later. How often you send cold emails matters as well. Even without seeing the content, you could guess that emails sent from the same email address every few seconds would look suspicious, right? I mean, who sends normal emails that fast? That's why it's important to space them out and not set off alarms. Woodpecker's sending algorithms make sure that there is a natural break between sent emails, usually from at least 90 to 140 seconds. That means that you can send a maximum of about 30 emails per hour from a particular email address. Also, it's good to space out your emails over time, but not in a rigid, scheduled way. Think of the natural rhythms established by a normal process of trading emails with someone. The time that passes between replies varies, and so should the time between emails in your campaigns. This is a no-brainer. If you want to tell the world that you're sending spam, send tons of messages in one day. The exact numbers can vary from one email service provider to another, but the point is that there is a limit to how many messages you can send in a given amount of time. Consistently staying within the limit and taking a break from sending when you get close to it is a must for a healthy sending schedule. You can use your settings to change the number of emails sent in a single day. We do not recommend exceeding an absolute maximum of 200 to 300 cold emails sent daily from a single email address. Okay, I hope this helps you to avoid getting burned at the beginning of your journey with cold email outreach. The rule of thumb is going slow is the way to go. Don't try to speed things up. Give it some time to warm up first, and then pick up the pace gradually when it comes to sending your cold email campaigns. So, thank you very much for watching. For more detailed advice on email deliverability, cold emails, and optimizing your outbound results, you can visit our blog and help section. And see you next time.